Tonight, what a local event is doing to keep Aztec tradition alive.
A lot of resources are really limited right now.
Then a deep dive into what is behind one of the top TV programs in the nation.
Persevere on things that they've struggled with and then they overcome.
After, how Miami High's activities director is fighting for rallying school spirit.
That are gonna stay with them forever.
This and much more up next. Good evening, I'm Alessandro de Palma, and welcome to StingTown News, where we give you the news and the stories of our community. We begin in the small Vizcaya Gardens, where they are preserving a traditional Aztec dance and reminding people on the importance of tradition.
Danza Conchera is an annual event that happens. This group is Tonal Xochitl, Comunidad de Danza Conchera. So they're celebrating ancestors, the land. A part of the dance is celebrating north, south, east, and west, as well as the sky and the land below. So it's really honoring the land and our ancestors, the people before us, as well as the people around us.
It's a beautiful practice, and the meaning behind it's prayers. So when we're dancing, we're not just moving, but it's a prayer in motion. And it's like guidance. You need guidance, and you need to know who you are. You can go in life without knowing who you are, your people, your lineage, and your culture, your traditions. And that gives you like a path in which you can walk with love, with kindness, but importantly, like with dignity.
I think indigenous communities are facing a lot of challenges. A lot of resources are really limited right now. So it's really important as community members and as organizations and communities to provide spaces, resources, and give opportunities for indigenous communities to come and connect with everyone. And I think showing that advocacy and that alliance is what will continue to keep these stories alive and these traditions alive.
Preserving tradition throughout time has to be really difficult, but winning competitions can be just as hard. That's why our very own reporter, Mohammed Manem, went to see what is behind a nationally winning TV program this month. Let's take a look at his story.
From breaking news to cinematic storytelling, Florida student TV programs are setting the gold standard. And at the forefront of this is Firebird TV at Doral Academy, which has a powerhouse program that dominates at both the state and national level.
I run Firebird TV, and we are a program of about 80 plus students with a variety of age groups 9 through 12. And we create daily, weekly news shows, but we also do so much more than that. We do film, documentaries, sports. So I would say it's an all-encompassing media program that tries to give students what it's like to work in the media industry in the real world.
Firebird TV's consistent success in the district, state, and national level highlights the exceptional talent of Florida student journalists. Notably, in 2025, South Florida schools secured 90 awards at the Student Television Network's National Convention, which accounts for 43% of all awards given.
Being in the broadcasting program from so young, from 7th grade, has been such a unique experience because we got to learn so many things, and just being able to go from to the bottom to the top in the last 4 years is such an incredible opportunity.
For me, one of the biggest awards is to see the growth with our kids, to see them persevere on things that they've struggled with and then they overcome. I would tell new advisors, just do it. I think people get caught up with, my kids are young, they're new, they don't really know what they're doing yet. But I think if you just let them do it and let them make the mistakes and learn from their mistakes, they will get there.
But in the end, Firebird TV isn't just about winning awards. It's about pushing boundaries, telling impactful stories, and setting the gold standard for student journalism. Reporting for StingTown News, my name is Mohammed Monem.
Excellence like that doesn't come easy, and for those students, every hour of work is paying off in the biggest way. We've got more stories coming up, including one about courage, school spirit, and the strength of one remarkable woman at Miami High. But first, a quick break. Stay with us.
The Senior Grammys are back better than ever. And now, introducing your 2025 hosts.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
There's drama,
Let us present the Senior Situationship Award.
performances, and surprises.
Unas palabras, por favor.
YOLO.
And this year, WMHS is joining forces with SGH to present their top club awards.
Who's going down?
I guess you're gonna have to come to the event and find out.
We'll see you there.
Welcome back, Stings. At Miami High, there's a different kind of fight happening. Our longtime activities director, the heart and soul of student life, is battling cancer. But even in the face of treatment and uncertainty, she's still showing up for her students, planning events, and leading with love and strength. Her story is about spirit, not just school spirit, but the kind that carries you through the hardest days. Here is what I uncovered. While fighting one of the toughest battles, one activities director keeps on going.
When you hear that you have cancer, like, at first it's very shocking. You would never think, how is this happening to me?
Marisol Rivero, the activities director at Miami Senior High School, has dedicated her life to the school. From being a cheerleader to now assisting by coordinating events, she tries to keep the school spirit alive.
My senior year, I started working for the school as a clerk. I did it because I wanted to be a cheerleader and my mom couldn't afford it. So whatever I made, that's what I used for all of my expenses, whether it was cheerleading or my senior year. I want to give our students now the same experience that I had when I was here. I want them to have events that are gonna stay with them forever. And they'll be able to talk to their kids about their experience here at Miami High. And that, for me, is the biggest reward.
But while empowering students through activities, she learned devastating news about her own life.
I never thought of myself having cancer. Like, I always thought that this is just something I'm going through, but in my mind, I don't have cancer. That's when it really kind of hit me in some ways. And I had a moment, I'll say a day of really crying and just watching my hair fall out.
She was faced with cancer, but it could never beat her passion.
I love what I do. I love being around the kids. I love bringing the kids' ideas to life. It's knowing that I'm also teaching them, giving them tools that they will use, making sure that the kids have a memorable time or, good memories. The host, I'm gonna talk, I'm gonna introduce the Romina.
A forever stingery, fighting against cancer to keep school spirit alive. Reporting for the Morning Ray, I'm Alessandro de Palma. 3 stories tonight. One about winning on the national stage, another about succeeding in preserving history, and the other, winning the battle within. Whether it's in the roar of a crowd or the quiet strength of a single voice, these stories remind us about the power of actions. Well, that's all for this edition of StingTown News. Remember to follow us at StingTown News Network and stay updated by watching The Morning Ray or The Daily Sting. I'm Alessandro de Palma, and thank you for watching.